A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, no matter where you are in the world, and welcome to this channel. And a very big hug, if I can even say it properly. Sorry, to my subscribers. Welcome back. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. And if you're just stumbling across this video, then hi, how you doing? Be nice to hear from you. Be nice to meet you. Talk to you, chat. So the last recording I did, I was going to talk about my second encounter with my twin flame, and I got sidetracked completely. But that's nothing unusual, I'm afraid. So the striking things about the second encounter with my twin flame, apart from the fact that we spent 4 hours in each other's company, just chatting and talking and blah blah blah. But it was although I was extremely nervous, I was also extremely comfortable. And but the most outstanding thing about that encounter was that when we parted company, we actually embraced. And when we embraced, the things that stuck out in my mind were that we embraced in exactly the same way. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean by, it was like, from my point of view, I couldn't feel him physically. I know this sounds absurd, it does. And each time I hear myself think it or say it, I think I'm crazy. But I didn't physically feel him. And I didn't physically feel him embracing me. It was a really, really weird feeling. Neither of us was applying more or less pressure in the embrace than the other, that I could tell. But like I said, I didn't have really any notion of physical feeling at all. But what he did was he used an ancient tantric technique of opening the heart, for opening the heart. And when he did, I was aware of our hearts. First it seemed like there were two, but then there was only one beat and two arteries. Now, I don't know if I saw this in my mind's eye. I actually visualized it. I had this, but it wasn't like a conscious visualizing. It was something that happened automatically. I felt our two hearts unite. I felt this one heartbeat, and I got scared. Even though it wasn't a conscious scaredness, it was kind of more of like I'd been holding on to him and or embracing him, and I was thinking, oh my God, he must think, God knows what he thinks of me because I'm holding on for too long. And I was going to break away, but I only broke away enough so that I could feel it was, like I said, these two arteries, but there was just one heartbeat. And as I was about to break away, it was him who was holding on, and I could feel warmth. Even though, I know this sounds absurd still, but even though I didn't physically feel him, I could feel warmth coming from him. And then something completely bizarre happened that I can understand probably freaked him out like crazy. But I very slowly unfolded my arms that were around his neck when I was embracing him, and my hands just very, very slowly and intensely kind of just ran really slowly down his arms. And I still couldn't feel him, but I could feel this. It was like I was feeling something, but not in the 3D, not in the physical world. And then what happened was completely off the charts, because I felt a part of my energy leave me, go into him, and a part of his energy or some energy come into me. Only at the time I didn't understand what it was, and the only way I could explain it was that my energy, whatever half of me was leaving me to go into him, or his energy was leaving him to come into me, and that's exactly what it felt. And it felt like there was some kind of exchange within this exchange. I know this sounds, I can't believe I'm even putting this on YouTube because it sounds so bizarre. I really don't know how to explain it. But when we then parted company completely, I saw that he mirrored behaviour that I'd had the previous time we said goodbye, and I mirrored behaviour that I'd seen in him the first time we said goodbye. So it was definitely like a part of me stayed with him and a part of him stayed with me, and that then sparked this inner battle in me. I say inner battle, but it was intensely. It's been this all happened. We're talking. It's now 2019. I'm recording this in May, and this all happened in January of 2018. Even though we met in November of 2017, and it's been literally since January 2018 to now to May. Well, actually, it's not even May, but April, I would say. No, not even March. Let's say March, till March. So it was a year and 3 months, yeah, that I went through this intense inner cleansing, purging, discovery, everything. I had to face everything within me, the good, the bad, what I thought was the bad and the ugly, and what most twin flamers would refer to as the shadow side. Yeah. Well, being a person of energy, I do believe that there is no such thing as the bad and the ugly, and I don't believe in the shadow side being a bad thing. In fact, if you look at energy and in the construct of energy is made of a positive charge and a negative charge, and we need both to be in balance, and we need both to actually function. So I think the biggest struggle in that respect has been to integrate my shadow side within me. It has been to accept everything that I've done in my life, own it, not be ashamed of it because society has conditioned us into thinking that it's not appropriate. Not appropriate according to who? That should be the real question. It is essentially because of this programming that we've had from society that we feel guilty, because all these emotions like guilt, shame, fear, anxiety, etc., 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 they all arise from these social constructs that we've had, because somebody at some point has told us you shouldn't, it's not appropriate, or worst of all, being women especially, we've been attacked by name calling. If we look back through history, we've been burnt at the stake and we've been attacked for all kinds of things as women. A lot of things have happened to women that we've never seen in history happen to men. If we had, maybe things might be a little bit different in today's society. But I'm not here to judge that, nor do I wish to. But one of the, I think, most important lessons in the twin flame journey, and the ultimate goal, perhaps, of the twin flame journey, is to marry the light and the dark, to marry the light and the shadow, to marry the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because there is no such thing as bad and ugly. Like I was saying before, everything is an experience. Whatever you go through in life, you do it because you want to do it. You do it because it feels good at the time. You do it because you're a young kid without the common sense that you have when you get older. You do it because of a million reasons. Well, if you do it, own it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it. Why should you? It's made you who you are today. And if you're listening to this video, let me tell you, you are an absolutely incredible and incredibly strong human being. Because people who awaken to this twin flame journey, in my opinion, is not just your average Joe Blogs on the street. I mean, most people haven't even heard of twin flames. So if you've got to this point, it's because the experiences you've had in your life have brought you here. And if you are here, it's because you have something to do in the world. That makes you a healer. It makes you somebody who is here for the better good of the greater majority of people, and not just for one little insignificant moment in time. I'm not saying that anybody is here for an insignificant moment in time, but what I'm saying is that you are a healer. You have something to offer the world, right? And so all those things that you think are negative and bad and you should be ashamed or feel guilty, you know what? They make you who you are. They make you strong. They make you gutsy. They make you a bloody good person in my book, yeah? Because you understand human suffering, and that's why you want to make it better. So don't feel bad or guilty or sad or anything else that you could possibly ever think when you face your shadow side. Just embrace it, love it. Because when you embrace it, when you love it, that's when you reach union. You know, everybody talks about union. I don't necessarily think it's union with our twin flame in the physical, but I do absolutely believe that it is union within ourselves. Our twin flame is always going to be a part of us. There is no doubt about it. That energy I felt coming into me is a part of me. It lives within me. And I think half this inner battle has been marrying this energy, finding balance with it, loving it, and just letting it be a part of me. And that is real union. When you can marry your mind, your heart, and your soul, bring them into balance, that is union. And that's it for today. I've waffled on enough, so thank you so much for being here. Much love to you all, and may your God bless you always. Take care. Until next time.